Welcome to everyone at this last webinar of the Dydas platform. Today we're going to see how to work with dashboard, how to configure them to see inside information of your own data. Okay, so as always, we make the login inside the platform. Then we go to workspace, see our and edit our projects, and we take the same project we used in the other lecture. And okay, now we go in the dashboard panel. Okay, now first, what is a dashboard? Basically, a dashboard is a set of widgets that the user can configure and use them to show and also sell to marketplace to show inside information of your data. Okay, via charts, maps, etc. So first thing, we add the dashboard, and we call it test dashboard and description test. Now we save this dashboard, and as you can see, now you have another tab, editor, and you go to editor. Okay, now as you can see here in the right side, you have a list of all available widget for Dydas platform. Okay, and let's start by taking the simple widget, the map. Okay, as you can see, for user widget, you just need to drag and drop it. Okay, see, I can take a bar chart, etc. I can also move those, edit the size. Okay, and basically I have plenty of space here to work with all the widgets that I want. Okay, let's start with a simple map. Okay, and we choose a dataset, for example, Italy regions that we already used in other lecture. Now you have to choose a layer type. Okay, in our case, we just want to use the standard, and the name is Italy regions. Okay, and also for the dashboard, as for download, you can edit the area to visualize the data. Okay, exactly like in the download part. Okay, but for now we choose all the available data, and you can also write here your custom SQL query. But we don't want to do this now. We just want to take all the data to show on the map, and we can save. And as you can see here, you have the map with your data. Now, differently from the preview of the dataset, you can also add other layers here. Okay, you just need to add another series. For example, we add wind farm, like also standard wind farms. Okay, and without filters, and save. As you can see, now you have one more layer. There is wind farm. You can choose not to see it. You can rearrange the layers, etc. Okay, and this is what concern of the map widget. And of course, you can, like in the preview, use the information to show information about your layers. Okay, so wind farm, those are all information about the wind farm. Okay, now what I want to show you now is also another chart. There is the bar chart. Okay, the simplest chart. Here also you need to add your own configuration for the widget. Okay, in this case we choose like dataset, for example, wind farms. Okay, and as name we give it a bar chart, wind farm. Okay, now labels and values and aggregation are configuration to say, okay, the labels basically in a bar chart are those values that goes in the x axis, and the values are those that goes in the y axis. Okay, and the aggregation is the operation that the widget perform on the data that has the same label attribute. Okay, for the values. So, for example, we want to make the sum of a label. We choose the area. Okay, there is basically a region, and like value we want to take the total power. So the dataset wind farm basically as contains all information about the wind farms in Italy and the power that they produce in kilowatt, if I'm not wrong, and as well as other information like the city, the area, there is the region, the country, the geometry, of course, and all the information about that wind farm. Okay, so with this configuration, basically we tell the widget, okay, for all the wind farm, make an aggregation on the value total power for those that has the same area attribute. Okay, so let's see. As you can see here, now we have here all the area that are, as you can see, the regions, and offshore are of course those that are in sea. And in the epsilon values, you have the total power, and for the area, you have the sum in a single area. So basically, for example, there are 1,000, 100 wind farms in Abruzzo, and here you see the overall total power of those wind farms. Okay, so an aggregation of type sum. And you can see here that Sicilia is the region with most power generation in Italy. Okay. Now let's take another example with the pie chart. Okay. Now, pie chart is another classic chart, okay, and we want to see, for example, all the operators in Sicilia, okay, since it is the region with most total power generation, we want to see all the operators, like for example, Enel, that owns some wind farms in Sicilia, okay. So we added this dashboard. We choose always wind farm and operators pi, okay, to see which owns the biggest wind farms. Okay, so we choose operator and we choose total power always, and as aggregation also the sum. So add and we save. Oh, sorry, I didn't. Yeah, there are too many because I didn't add SQL filter here. Basically, I want to do area equals Sicilia. Okay, so here we filter on just Sicilia. Okay. Okay, now as you can see, you can make it bigger. As you can see, are more or less, of course, and here you can see all those all the operators that has some wind farms in Sicilia. Of course, some information in your dataset can miss. For example, there are some wind farms that we don't know which operator owns it. So basically, we have some ND values, but we can see that the Enel Green Power is the big has the big power generation in Sicilia. We can also, for example, let's see, we can use another widget like an horizontal chart, okay, to see the Enel, okay, where produce more energy with the wind farms. So we add an horizontal chart, which is wind farm, yeah, the power panel. We choose as attribute. So we want to see the, for example, the regions where the operator enel produce more energy. So as labels, we take always the area, so the regions. The value is always the total power. The aggregation always the sum. So we sum all the power generation for region. And as filter, now we want to take operator, yeah, and green power. Okay. So we save. Okay. And as you can see here, you have all the information. Of course, there are not all the Italy regions because maybe in Campania, in Emilia-Romagna, Enel does not have wind farms, and now you can see for Enel, which is the that produces the most in the Italy regions. But we can do take another one. For example, let's see, Alerion. Okay, now we do another widget configuration. We add always Alerion. Alerion, maybe like this. I don't remember. Sorry, I need to copy that. Alerion. Okay, was just Alerion. So we add another. We informs Alerion. We choose always the, like before, the area. Then the value is always the total power, the aggregation with the sum. But now we choose the operator equivalent Alerion. Okay. So we compare the Enel and Alerion depending also on the area of Italy. Okay, as you can see here in Sicily, they both have wind farms, but the Enel generate more power. Here in Sardinia, only Enel has wind farms, but not Alerion. In Puglia, Alerion has wind farms, but Enel does not, as always in Campania. And Calabria, Basilicata, Abruzzo, only Enel has wind farms. As you can see, those widgets shows us really inside important information that with looking just the data, okay, the raw data, we couldn't see, okay, and we can compare everything we want. We can choose to filter as we like, and we can, like I said, save, and I can also sell and publish with my project those dashboards. So basically, the user that are in the marketplace and wanna, for example, buy my project, they can take a look at the dashboard and see what information I take from my data and how I configure my dashboard. Okay. So basically, you can also have a little preview of the data of the dashboards without also need to edit those. Okay, as you can see here, you can't edit dashboards, and you can also print those as there are basically a screenshot, and when the print is done, basically you have a screenshot on your PC, and you can, of course, print it or no, you can do whatever you like with that. Okay, so with this, basically, we say everything there is on the dashboards. Of course, there are a lot of widgets, so to see every widget will take a long time, but I think we saw how those main widgets works and the principle of the dashboard. So thank you. Okay. Yeah, because I click on Dydas, so I went back. Okay, so I think there is that is everything. I thank you and have a good day.